Hello everyone. In this video, I'll show you how to convert your Selenium Java Maven based web application automation project into a single executable jar file. You can easily share this jar file to anybody, and they can easily run this jar file from their end without any framework setup on their machine. Right. So you are having all the setup, all entire automation framework on your machine. You are just creating a jar file out of this framework, and you are sharing that jar file only to one of your friends, and they can easily run that jar file without a framework setup on their machine, because that jar file will be having everything. So that is what we are going to achieve. Let me take you through a couple of steps. First step is create a Selenium Maven Java project, and set up your project with Selenium dependencies and verify it runs without any errors. So dependencies in the sense your project should have pom.xml. Since it is a Maven project, pom.xml should be there, where you can add all the dependencies. If you are using Selenium or TestNG or whatever, all the dependencies should be there. And modify the project to accept username and password inputs via a pop-up dialog. So implement a simple Java Swing dialog to capture login credentials, and ensure your pom.xml includes Maven shared plugin. So this is the plugin which will help us to bundle all the dependencies. And as you know, the jar file will be having the source code as well as dependencies. So if you don't use this Maven shared plugin, the dependencies will not be associated with your jar file. If you share that jar file, it will not work for others because there will not be any dependencies. So this plugin bundles your code with all the dependencies into single executable jar. So I'm talking about this dependency. So this dependency should be there in your pom.xml. This is the pom.xml where you can see all the dependencies that we need, like Selenium and Java and other things. And coming back to the steps, and the first step is build the project using Maven and create executable jar. So there is a Maven command in order to package your project, or in order to create a jar file for your project. And you can use Maven clean package. So Maven clean in the sense it will clean up everything in the target folder if there are any previously created distributable files. Package in the sense, so it will create a jar file, I mean executable jar file. So once we are good with the jar file creation, and we'll just go to that particular location where jar file has been generated. Usually the jar file will be generated in target folder. So we'll just run that particular jar file that is newly created using this command java-jar and the jar file name. Then finally share this portable jar with anyone who can run automation without installing the project or dependencies separately. Okay, so this jar file will help them to run this project without any framework setup. So this particular use case is perfect for automating daily login tasks or repetitive web application actions effectively, right? Yeah, let me go to my project. So this is what the project, before we get into creation of jar file, executing the jar file, let me run this particular project, how whether it is running fine or not. Run as Java application. This is the main test. Yeah. So since I have modified this project to prompt for username and password, and I'm just giving username here. So this will be launching Orange HRM application, where it has to give this particular username and this particular password, and login should be successful. Let's see. It is launching the application on the Chrome. This is Orange HRM, and it is giving username and password. Yeah, login is successful. So since we have everything in place, the framework and everything, so we are able to run this particular um, project. But we just want to um, we just want to replicate same thing using a jar file, executable jar file. So how we can create executable jar file? So as we specified in the steps, just go to this project and right click, run as Maven build. Here you can specify the goals, Maven goals, or which are part of Maven lifecycle. I'll just give Maven clean. So we are just cleaning up everything in the target folder. So the build should be successful. It should be cleaning up everything, but here build is failure because if some files are being shared or some files are in use from the target folder, you can see this kind of error. Since I had executing something from target folder, seems that could be the culprit. Let me rerun this. I just closed it and let me run same command, run as Maven build. So here you can use Maven clean and you can use multiple commands over here. I just want to clean up everything and create a jar file. So using package, you can package it or you can just create a jar file. Let me run this and the build should be successful. Let's see how it goes. So this step is we are just creating a jar file, executable jar file with all the dependencies. So it is bundling all the dependencies. So once this is done, the build should be successful. Yes, it is showing build is successful. So where exactly this jar file is created? This runnable jar is created. It is showing here. This is what the path of the runnable jar. So it is created in the target folder. Let me go to target folder. Right, I'll just give right click on the target folder, show in. Yeah, so let me go to this. Yeah, so this executable jar file has been created. Now what I'm going to do is, so we just tried running this from the Eclipse, right? Same thing should happen when you run from the jar file. So here I'll just I need to use some commands over here, so that's why I'm using cmd. So this is what the path. So from here you need to use one command in order to run this jar file. Java hyphen jar, and you have to specify the jar name. This is the jar name, right? Right. I'll just give demo, hit tab so that it will auto complete it, and I'll just hit enter. Let's see. Yeah, it is running fine and it is running the main class where it is prompting us to provide username, and I'll just give username and enter password. Yeah, I'm just giving password. See, we are performing same action, and I mean this framework is performing same action what we have done through Eclipse, and same thing is happening when you run the executable jar. See, it is successfully launching the application where it has given username and password, and so everything has been completed successfully. So it is as good as the running your script through Eclipse, where you have everything. I mean, you have a framework and everything, and you can just share this jar file to anybody so that they can just use this command, whatever we have used, java hyphen jar and a jar name, so that they will also get this kind of pop-ups where they can give the username and password dynamically, and they can launch the application, and yeah, they can successfully execute the script. So this is what I thought of showing, and yeah, thank you so much for watching this video.